Well, hey, oh, come on in, guys. I'll mind the door. It doesn't work that well anymore, but no, it's fine. Oh, the bird? Oh, don't mind him. That's just Dante. He doesn't bite that much. Come on, guys. Let's get in here. Let's go. Come on. Dante's not part of the tour. However, he does get really loud, and unfortunately, it makes the videos very hard to do. But just look at what a handsome man this boy is. Look how handsome he is. Why don't you give the viewers a little kiss? Come on, give him a little kiss. Come on, just give him a little something. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just. What's up, guys, and welcome to my studio apartment. This is the studio apartment that I live at. This is the only room that's over here, and this is where I keep my animals and where I also live at. Whoa, no need to go back out there. Come on, the tour is in here. This is the studio apartment is. Let's go check it out. Well, the door sure doesn't door like it used to. We get this thing started now. If we go look at this enclosure right here, this is the veiled chameleon, otherwise known as the Yemen chameleon, due to the fact that they come from Yemen. At least that's what a 4-second Google search did, as I half read it and then just spouted out right here. Really cool about this veiled chameleon is the fact he's not like your average veiled chameleon. This is actually a translucent pied veiled chameleon. Now, while he doesn't express the morph as translucent pied very well, you can actually see right over here. See his little toesies. His little toesies are gonna be white. You can see a little bit right there. It kind of looks like he's wearing some socks, like he's a big sock man. And that's really the only way you can tell between if this is just a regular veiled chameleon or one that has a translucent pied. Most of the time with veiled chameleons that have that pied translucent morph, it's gonna be a lot more exaggerated, you're gonna see a lot more of it. You can see in these pictures right here, the pied really stands out a lot more, and in some cases, there's more of a low visual of that with this guy, and he just has some socks. Now, a lot of people tell you can't handle veiled chameleons, and that's due to the fact that they stress very easily. However, through my research, I've actually found that it's not that they stress very easily, it's actually through the fact that they have social anxiety. So while with other animals you can pet them, with the veiled chameleon, he doesn't like it very much, and they do this really cool defense mechanism, which actually you can find a lot with human characteristics, and that's the fact that they blow up their cheeks and then do little karate hands. Hey man, I was wondering if... Oh, this door doesn't door like it used to. I was wondering if you're done with that video. I didn't know if you guys wanted to go to a quick social gathering that we have. There's gonna be a lot of people and a lot of conversations that you're gonna have to make out in public. We'll display what's called these stress spots, and it creates this polka dot pattern. Now, however, humans can't do the polka dot pattern. You can really see it in the other things about the karate hands. While veiled chameleons are really cool, they definitely do have some downsides. Number one is they really are just a display pet. I really don't recommend handling chameleons whatsoever. I honestly never handle Yoshi. This is why we put him in this really cool 2x2x4 with a custom background, some awesome plants, so it's a nice enclosure to look at, and it's a nice animal to look at, and that's pretty much all you really do with them. The other downside is the lifespan of the chameleon. Now, in captivity, they really just don't live as long, comparatively speaking, to other reptiles, being that 15 to 25 years, you're more likely going to get somewhere around 6 to 10 years with a veiled chameleon. It's almost, comparatively speaking, to that of a large dog. I would say the large dog's only living around 5 to 10 years, whereas smaller dogs can live a lot more than that. Come on a little bit over here, you guys see this magnificent Zen Habitats enclosure. This one is a 4 foot by 2 foot by 4 foot, and although through, the naked eye, you can kind of think to yourself, oh, well, there's really nothing in there, why are we talking about it? But you would be wrong, so we do have a very special pet that's in there right now. Come on over and open the door. You can actually see that we do have a pet in here, and this is our pet rock, Chad. Pet rocks are very easy. They don't really eat that much. Honestly, I haven't really seen mine eat whatsoever. The really only thing you need is this UV lighting right here. Now, you can tell it's a UV lighting because it's purple, just like in the hip new game, Dying Light 2. Now, the UV light does two things. Not only does it sterilize the rock and give him the minerals and vitamins that he needs, but it also prevents him from zombie attacks. Because let's be honest, the last thing you really want is a zombie rock. That just wouldn't be any fun at all. But unfortunately, I have noticed that Chad hasn't been eating that much, and honestly, I think that has a lot to do with the fact that it might be just too big of a space for him. He might be a little bit overwhelmed, so I'm actually going to head up and put him in a temporary enclosure to make him feel a little bit more secure, and then later on, he'll be going back into this really cool enclosure. Now, if we take a little gander right down here, you guys can actually see a piece of DBCB Exotics history, and that's the fact of Rex, my first ever reptile in my bearded dragon. Now, Rex is what started it all over here. He's what started my love with reptiles. He's what started DBCB Exotics and what started the YouTube channel. Without this bearded dragon, you guys actually wouldn't be able to see any of this right now. It wouldn't even be a thing. Oh, and there's Toad, another bearded dragon. Now this is Toad, it's my wife's bearded dragon. We have it in this 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot Zen habitats enclosure with this really cool decked out planted vivarium right now. If you guys didn't happen to see that video, maybe you don't even know who I am. This is the first video you stumbled upon. I'll put a card somewhere right here. You could check out us setting this whole thing up. It definitely looks a lot better. Plants are still holding in there. I don't know for how much longer, but we still got some. You see a little bit green in there, so, you know, it's working a little bit at the very least. Oh, did someone say giant snake? Don't mind if I do. Where you at? Where you at, little spaghetti cups? Well, why don't you come on out? The fans want to meet you. They want to say hi to you. Come on, get on out here. Come on, let's. She popped me in the eye. Oh, I'm blind. Now this right here is Vivian. Vivian is a red-tailed boa, or if the people that own red-tailed boas don't get mad at me, she's actually a BCI, a boa constrictor and predator. She is a fake boa constrictor. Now you can tell that because her tail isn't very red, and that's one of the signs. I don't really know most of the signs. I'm not too much of a boa person. I just have the one boa. But isn't she absolutely fantastic? Her really cool special trait is bopping me in the eye and making it so I can't really see out of the left one. Unlike most reptiles, snakes don't have any legs, and that is just such a weird. Don't do that. And that is just a really weird thing. If you think about it, these things are basically giant spaghettis. You could just go on in and eat it up. I shouldn't put the ass to my mouth. That probably isn't a good idea. Just eat it up like a little spaghetti. Just a big old spag. Imagine putting some meatballs on here and just making a big old spaghetti. However, the downside of doing that is you will lose your pet snake, and I'm almost positive that pet insurance doesn't cover that. No, I'm just playing with you guys. There you go, that's how you know you're a professional keeper. Never let the snake go all the way over because it can choke you out, and although it won't eat you because that would be silly, it can make you pass out, and that's no fun. So always make sure it's shoulder to shoulder, not wrapped around, because that equals trouble, and we don't want trouble. It's absolutely awesome. She is actually the third reptile I've ever owned. It was originally my mom's reptile. When I started getting into reptiles, my parents did for 5 seconds, and then most reptile keepers decided to dump all their pets on me, and that's what they did. Now, she had Viv for probably around 3 weeks or so, and then at one point she struck at the glass because she was hungry. She had her at an aquarium at the time. She used to fit in the size of my hand, so then my mom got scared of her and said, I don't want her anymore, you take her, and that's how I ended up with a 7.5 foot boa constrictor. What a very inspiring story. The people have had enough of your shenanigans. Go back into your hole where it once. Oh my God, you're heavy. Get back in there. Go back in. Why don't you? Why don't you get on back in there? Come on now. Oh, you missed it. It's through. You just got to go through. Oh, missed it again. Oh, you missed it. Oh, whoopsies. Let me help you out there. Let me help you out a little bit. Let me just. There you go. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Come on, we still got more Samaritan to see. Come on, check it, you're gonna like this one. Check this out. If you look closely over on this side, you can see my sign fell down. However, I am not a tall alpha male, so I'm unable to get it back up to where it used to be, and I need a step ladder. I'm not saying I'm super short, but I'm also not super tall, so it's a catch-22. I'm just one of those average beta males, unfortunately. Good enough. Come on over into this enclosure. We'll be able to see the. Holy shit! How did you get out of your enclosure? This is enough. I'm tired of these rocks. And don't come back. Now, if we take a look on over here, you guys get to see Flapjack, my blue-tongued skink. Now, I got I got Flapjack over at a pet store. No one wanted him because he was really mean, and so they gave him to me for $80, and that's how I got this beautiful little boy right here. Call him Flapjack for one reason and one reason only. That's because when he's angry, he does like one of these. He flattens out like a pancake, and he kind of looks like a pancake. Skinks are a very strange animal for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're like part lizard and part snake. You see, they technically have legs, although I don't know if I would classify this as a leg, but they kind of more have the head shape and the body of a snake, which is why I call them lizards. Slizards. kind of like lizards. The other strange thing about this and why it gets its name, blue-tongue skink, is because they have a blue tongue. Now, if I can get him to stand still and show you guys, I'll be able to show it. Here, give him a little tongue flick. Go on, just give him a little tongue flick. Just a little one. Come on. Let's see. Yeah. Oh. Now, the reason blue-tongued skinks have blue tongues is because it's a defense mechanism. Just like everything that's pretty in the wild, it's most likely deadly. Just like your ex-girlfriend who has pink hair. I'd be crossing the line with that one. I guess we'll see how it pans out in the comment section. Unlike the poisonous reptiles that are colorful, blue-tongued skinks use this as a defense mechanism. Predators know that if anything's super colorful, it's most likely not that fun to eat. And so what the blue-tongued skink does is stick that big blue tongue out in an open mouth like, ah, and then they see the blue tongue and they're like, I'm not messing with this one. I don't want indigestion. That is one cool fact about the blue-tongued skink. Such a strange and misunderstood animal, but they're goofy, and oh my god, oh my god. All right, let's put you back up now. Let's put you back up. Alrighty, now I just need to turn my back from you guys and put the cage enclosure back into the door. What are you doing? Oh, where do you think you're going? Oh, that's right. There are many Dakotas in this universe. You thought you could just take down one of us and escape? There's no escape from DBCB Exotics. Now, why don't we take yourself a little nappers? I think you just need to take a little nap. Hey there, friend. Hey, you doing okay? Hey, hey, there you are. You okay down there? You hit your head down pretty hard and then you fell down and I took yourself a little nappers. What? Multiple Dakotas? No escape from this universe? You must have hit your head pretty hard. No, you're free to go at any time, but let's get you back up. We still got more stuff to talk about. If we come take a look... Now, if you come take a look right down here, you guys get to see my pair of red Accumulator enclosure. Right now, they're in a 75-gallon tank with a custom background and some nice sticks right in there that I found out in my local woods. However, this is not the final build of their enclosure. They will get a little bit of a bigger one once we move out of here, but for now, they are fine in the 75-gallon, and yeah, well, right now, it doesn't look like you can see anything. Let me give you a little close-up. Closely, you can see a little Accumulator butt. How fantastic. Now, most of you guys don't know, unless you're the Patreon crew. Now, the Patreon crew knows what's been going on with these Accumonitors. Some very exciting stuff. However, if you're not Patreon crew, unfortunately can't tell you. Patreon members, don't spoil the surprise. We'll make a video about it one day. However, you know, these guys are sleeping. You don't really want to disturb them that much, unfortunately. Just playing with you guys, let's take one out right now. This is my male red Accumulator. You can see he's going through a little bit of shed. He's got some shed on his skin, and he's a little bit dirty because he was buried into his little burrows. Accumonitors are really awesome. I do believe they make great entry-level monitor species just because they don't get as big as your general monitor lizards. However, you still get the interaction that you would get with any standard monitor lizard. These guys are awesome. You can really tell, you know, what you really need to do to care for a monitor lizard before you make the commitment of getting something that is going to get 20 to 30 pounds and almost 6 to 7 feet long, depending on the species you get. These guys are absolutely fantastic. You can see the male is absolutely brilliant. This is a GSI, I think it's GIS. This is a GIS Herpline Red Ackie. You can tell just by the brilliance of the colors. Those yellow golden O's like some Cheerios, and then this nice burgundy red base. Absolutely fantastic. While the female doesn't look as nice, she is still a really stunning red Accumulator. Hopefully we can get some babies from these guys because I really want to produce some. I want to produce more that look like this, some Cheerio babies. I'll call them Cheerios, and I will sell them for $25,000 a piece. Go on. You didn't want to be on me, now you want to get off. There you go. Good job. Oh, what's that? You really gotta get going? Well, it's not like we're trying to force you as a captive here and enslave you for the rest of your days taking care of reptiles. I guess I'll just say really quickly, you know, right down there we do have a Chinese water dragon and a jungle carpet python. And if you do decide to come back, you know, maybe we will show you guys those that time. But like I said, you're no prisoner here. This is a free, fun experience. It's not meant to be scary. Go ahead. Go leave the door. You're free to leave at any time. Alrighty, safe travel. I hope to see you again very soon. Fun out there and be safe. But are you sure you gotta go? There's still so much more fun stuff we can do. Look at all the lizards you can pet. You can pet the bearded dragon, you can pet the red-tailed boa, you can pet the chameleon, but he doesn't like that. You can pet the blue-tongued skink, you can pet the Chinese water
There's so many things to pet. Are you sure you really have to go so soon? Hey, what about that jungle carpet? Hey, come on, the jungle carpet. Leave that soon. There's still so much snake.
Dude, stick around for a little bit. Hey, are you okay, sir? I don't think you're feeling very good. You know, maybe you shouldn't leave after all. Maybe you just stay here for just a little bit longer. Why don't you take a nap? Don't worry, there's plenty of more stuff to see at DVCB Exotics.